Negative on the COVID test, positive on the 100cc stuff. But no X30 this weekend. We just got you on the 100cc. Talk to you about how you've been feeling so far here at Road America.
Oh, I love Road America. This track, there's a lot of incline change, and it's a lot of fun. The downhill left-hander, just railing the curbs, doing all that. It's a lot of fun. I love this place. Only been here a few times recently, but I love it here. It's a great track.
So Ryan, word on the street this week, you're just driving. You're not doing video and data. Does that mean, there's no more excuses? We're back up to original OG Ryan?
I mean, it doesn't bother me doing data or anything, so I'm fine helping out everybody. But yeah, this week's a little bit more like focused on winning. So yeah, it should be good. I mean, I'm not expecting anything different, nothing different out of me, but yeah, I'm just back to what I normally do.
And everybody's been saying it seems like a low grip, kind of racetrack here with how smooth it is on the surface. Is that pretty much what you've seen over the last 2 years of running here?
Yeah, definitely. The tires just don't seem to really get any heat in them. I mean, you put brand new tires on and they still look brand new when you get off the track. Like, you say, oh, the cart's handling really well and everything like that, but they really do actually look like brand new. In my experience, it's almost faster to put like junk old tires on. I don't know why, but
really?
they just seem to be faster. So we'll see.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck, bud.
Thank you.
And then for the 100cc on the Kart Republic, you've been on it for the whole season here. How's the go-kart been feeling overall?
Kart's been great every race. We missed a little bit in Newcastle, but our teammates were still strong, so we sorted out with some local races to test at lately, and I think we're back on track.
Awesome. Well, good luck this weekend, bud.
Thanks, man.
And, Newcastle, you weren't here for that one. You were there, but not,
Bit of a struggle. I mean, we struggled with maybe a little bit of myself, maybe a little of the go-kart engine. Incidents on track, it just didn't go our way most of the weekend.
Yeah, but Road America's a track. You've won here regional events. You haven't had a national here in a very long time. This is the first Pro Series back
since the repave, for sure.
Yeah, this track is supposedly super low grip, super smooth, overall, like, what's your take on it, and what's the biggest takeaways as a driver you have from coming here?
Definitely not much grip. In my experience here, the track can be challenging because with the low grip, you have to be pretty precise. If you miss your marks, the track's not very forgiving.
And then last thing, you've won the championship 3 years in a row. You're leading the points right now, but you got Protege right next to you, right behind you in the title fight. How does that feel to have the kid you've been helping so far get this close to you?
Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm helping him a little too much, but I'm just kidding. It's good to see him up there, and I'm glad I have a teammate I'm fighting with because I feel like the racing would be a little bit better between a teammate, but I just hope either way it comes out, I hope me and him come out 1-2 in the championship.
Awesome. Well, good luck this weekend, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you came right off a club race win last week. You've been riding a pretty hot streak the whole summer. You had a good start to the year, and then I've had a couple wins, couple good runs. You're in the points. Overall, are you feeling like this year's going pretty good?
Yeah, hopefully just keep up the momentum. I mean, we got the ECAN tag #1, so I was quite happy with that. So I think we're sitting 5th in the championship in X30 for USPKS championship. So happy to see where we go from there.
And as long as your mechanic keeps the battery on, we should be in pretty good shape this weekend.
Yeah, as long as the battery doesn't fall off, should be quite good.
Best of luck this weekend, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a kid that grew up in the Pacific Northwest, right where the RPG Heartland is, based over at Pat's Acres. Have you been all the way over to race in Wisconsin in general, up here at Road America before?
No, this is our first time here, I think, for everyone except for Raleigh, who won the Road Tax Grand Nationals here. So yeah, this is our first time here.
And then overall, I mean, this track, even though guys have run here before, it's on a surface that's really only a year to 2 years old. In fact, over the winter, they put a new sealer on. Everyone's saying it's pretty slick. Is that about what you're feeling so far?
Yeah, it's definitely slick out here. I think the the composition of the asphalt here is a little different than what we're used to on the West Coast. It seems to take a little bit less rubber. So yeah, it's pretty slippery, but we're trying to figure it out.
Well, hopefully you do, man. We're trying to get you some more airtime. Everybody's tired of seeing Ryan Norberg from RPG, so hopefully we get some more of you, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, good luck, buddy. What do you think of the racetrack?
I mean, the racetrack's interesting. It's built on the side of a hill, which makes it cool because you got some off-camber corners, and it just adds like a little different to every single race weekend. And I mean, the track's really slick because the pavement is just different than most tracks, so I'm not really sure.
All right, TJ, we didn't see you at the first race. You'd always been one of the veterans that stuck around and was able to race the class, and now you're not just a veteran, you're a dad. Tell me, how does it feel to be back at the racetrack as a father and a racer?
It's fun to get away for a couple days. Hopefully I haven't lost any time. They say that it's 2/10 every kid you have, so I hope that's not the case. I hope home track advantage plays into this a little bit and I can be competitive right away, but it's fun, it's nice, so I'm excited for the weekend.
Brandon Lemke won today's pre-final in KA100 Senior to put himself on the front row of the main event. Arias Duke Medjin going to join him on the outside of row number 1. Yesterday's winner, Alex Bertignoli, to the inside of row 2. And Josh Hotes, trying to rebound after the jump start penalty, is going to join him to start P4. So here we go, Sunday, round number 4. Brandon Lemke, Arias Duke Medjin have the field together, and we're underway. Good early jump here for Brandon Lemke, a double podium yesterday, and the lead here early on in KA100 Senior. Arias Duke Medjin's into second. Here comes Josh Hotes down the inside for P2. He's got it. Move the double deuce into the second position, and the Merlin drivers are first and second here in the opening couple laps. Josh Hotes is trying to come back from that jump start penalty. It knocked him off the podium yesterday. He needs a good run today to keep him in the points fight, and he wants it early. Josh Hotes especially trying to rebound after that dismal opening weekend in Newcastle. 4-driver breakaway here to begin the day. Brandon Lemke down the inside for the lead. He's got it. The 901 back to the top spot, and it is Lemke, Josh Hotes in second, Duke Medjin into third, Nathan Cicero up front here for the first time this weekend. The RPG Cosmic makes it a 4-driver party. Arias Duke Medjin now up to second. Little gap for Brandon Lemke here. Brandon Lemke would love nothing more than to get outside the drafting window. But Arias Duke Medjin and the Willpower cart have caught back up. It is a 3-driver breakaway up front. Blake Hunt has now gone by Nathan Cicero for 4th. They've got a little bit of ground to make up to the leaders. Final couple laps here. Duke Medjin looking inside. He will get the top spot away. Lemke challenges right back. He'll go back down to the bottom. White flag this time by. Nothing anyone can do. Lemke smooth sailing to the final corner. And Brandon Lemke will win it home in Wisconsin. Josh Hotes able to get onto the box into third. Arias Duke Medjin edged him out at the line by 0.02 of a second. But what more can you say about Brandon Lemke? Double podium Saturday and wins the KA100 Senior main event on Sunday.
Josh, we should have been talking to you yesterday, but you got a penalty. But today, no penalty. Up onto the box, man. Talk to me about the P3 run.
So we had a really good pace all day, even yesterday. Tough penalty. What are you going to do? Got around Arias with coming to the white flag after we ran down Brandon. We both real quick. I thought I had a shot coming up the hill on the white flag lap. I had a good run. Come to find out there was a yellow flag, so I had to pull the pin on that run. Kind of lost a little bit of momentum. Arias was able to get back past me. I believe in the double lefts. And just weren't able to get back up to Brandon. Really close race to the line with Arias, though. Really had a lot of fun, really clean racing with both of those guys.
Yeah, and either way, top 5s for both days. Good way to get back into the points fight for the end of the year.
Definitely.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So Brandon, P1 and K100 looked like a good battle the last couple laps. Had some speed all weekend, but you come away with the dub in that one. How does it feel?
Yeah, we swept the day today, which was a really good feeling. I know we had the speed, like you said, all weekend long, and I wanted to get that win. I knew Alex Bertignoli was quick, Josh Hotes was fast yesterday and today. All those guys up there were quick. Arias I don't want to say he came out of nowhere, but he really showed a lot of speed today. So I knew all those guys were going to be tough to beat. But once I got in the lead, I heard him a little bit, catching me in some places, so I knew I might have a little bit of a gap to work with. Towards the end of the lap, on the white flag lap, didn't have to block as much, and it paid off.
Awesome. Well, it was a great race there. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, Arias, good weekend, especially good ending here. Didn't start too good for KA, but you end up on the box P2.
Yeah, no, it was solid qualifying in the top 10. I mean, ultimately, Brandon had the speed. Had a bit of a choke at the end there, just leaving the door open, but good ups to him for recognizing that mistake and taking advantage. So overall, pretty good race. Caught up to him from a little ways back with Josh, so pretty happy.
Awesome. Congrats, bud.
Thank you.
Ryan Norberg got a decent pre-final, but he knows he needs to perform today in the main event if he wants to get into this championship fight. Brandon Lemke rolls off P3 for the main event at X30 Pro. Paulie Massimino, for the second day in a row, gets to start on the front row. He starts alongside his teammate, Mr. Consistency, Brandon Jarsakrak, gonna lead the field to the green. It's time to close out the weekend here at Road America. X30 Pro, round 4. Let's do it! Nice jump off the green for Massimino, but Jarsakrak is still there. Norberg to the outside. They're 3 wide. Contact made! Everybody's off the racetrack. Jarsakrak comes away with the early lead. Lemke to second. Brandon Lemke not wasting any time at all. He goes to the top spot. Massimino tries to go on by for second. Not there. It is the 301 out in front. Brandon Jarsakrak, P2 in the number 2. Massimino still right there. Here comes Jarsakrak down the inside on Lemke. Massimino's gone to the top spot. Hayden Jones into third. Jones certainly looking impressive at the start, but nobody able to touch Paulie Massimino in the opening couple laps. He has got a nice little gap back to Hayden Jones, who has now moved by Jarsakrak into second. Yesterday, Brandon Jarsakrak cut down a gap of 4 seconds in the second half of the main to get to the lead. He doesn't have that big of a gap here to make up today, but it's still a decent one. Ryan Norberg right there on his rear bumper as they work through the midsection of the racetrack. But it's Massimino, Jones, Jarsakrak, Norberg, and Arias Duke-Medjin has now gone into the top 3 as Hayden Jones leads. Massimino to 4th, Jarsakrak right there on the 316. Brandon Jarsakrak now to the lead. Duke-Medjin, Massimino, everyone freight training the nitro car driver backwards. Brandon Jarsakrak leading in the number 2. A small gap back, but that gap has evaporated. Here comes Arias Duke-Medjin in the 300. He started 8th today. Now he's out in front in the Kart Sport North America entry. Arias Duke-Medjin, Brandon Jarsakrak, Paulie Massimino, the top 3. Luca Mars, Brandon Lemke trying to make it a 5-kart lead group up front. And here comes Mars. He is all over Paulie Massimino, looking inside. And for third, whoa, a little help there from Lemke. So Mars to P3, Massimino under fire. Lemke for 4th, he'll get through. Arias Duke-Medjin just has 2 corners to go, and Brandon Jarsakrak is not close enough to challenge. Arias Duke-Medjin is going to win round 4 at Road America. Luca Mars was visibly frustrated coming across the line as he was 3rd going into the final corner, and a bump and run from Paulie Massimino pushed him to 5th. Massimino ends in 4th. Brandon Lemke slipped by them both. He got onto the podium in 3rd. Duke-Medjin with the win today and a good run to get back into the title fight, but Brandon Jarsakrak, a P3 and a P2, and the $5,000 check for the overall.
X30 Pro today, representing pretty good double podium day for Team Wisconsin. Overall, up and down throughout that race, though. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, I think I kind of just got shuffled back a little bit at the beginning. Pressures were a little bit low, but Luca and I think probably had the 2 best karts on the track. He was hard to catch, and I know he was catching the Arias and Brandon in front of us. So I knew that kart was good. Once it came in, it was on rails. It felt really good. But just need that little bit more just to get up there. But no, it was a good weekend. The worst finish I had in that class was 3rd. I think all weekend, both classes, the worst finish was 3rd. So it was a really good weekend overall.
Yeah, good showing for the Franklin Merlin guys, and on to Mooresville now, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Congrats, bud.
Thank you.
Good.
Didn't win the battles this weekend, but big points lead and big money coming out. How do you feel, bud?
Yeah, I feel really good going into GoPro, one of my better tracks, and like you said, no wins unfortunately, but a lot of money to take home, which is good for me.
Awesome. Congrats on the weekend.
Thank you.
P1 and X30, double podium day. Pretty big win, man. You had to come from a little ways back. There were a lot of guys leading, and then you just were able to hold the gap in the last couple corners. Talk to me about it.
Yeah, no, starting P7 was tricky. The first corner is a little hairy every single time. But, you know, first few laps, maybe a little cold on pressures. But overall, quite good. You know, made our way through the field, past Jars the Crack, Massimino, the rest of them, and led most of the race, and just put up a pretty solid defense the last 2 laps, so grab the win then.
Yes, sir. Congrats,
Thank you.
buddy.
Thank you.
Four rounds complete, 2 rounds remain. It's finally time to head to Mooresville, North Carolina for championship weekend in the 2020 United States Pro Kart Series season at GoPro Motorplex.